Hello. So I got a frog in my throat. Yay, Marion, you made it. You're always real busy. I understand why you don't make it. Good morning, Shirley. I'm glad to see you on. I am burning up, guys. Oh my gosh. Hi, Wendy. I thought I was past hot flashes, but guess not. Woo! Oh, I'm babysitting today. I was surprised when you came on. You didn't say you were babysitting. Fun, fun. I don't have too many of those days anymore, but that's okay. It is going to be a hot one today, and usually my basement is freezing cold, and I'm down here burning up, I guess, just trying to get everything ready for my video. I don't know. Good morning, Joan. It's good to see all you guys. I had a hard time deciding what I was going to do. I've seen so many good ideas and stuff like that, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take my group up here so I could see other comments. You see me squinting, I'm looking underneath my calendar. So anyway, now I lost myself on here. Gracious. How'd I lose myself? Okay. There we are, I think. Am I here? I've lost my video, guys. Can you see me? Let's pull this up. I see what it did. You know, I confuse myself so much. What it is I have two monitors now. That way I can watch old comments and stuff like that. And I don't know how to make this. I don't know what I did. Just a minute. Let me. All at once, my screen got real little. Okay, I'm at the stage. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm about with you guys. Hello. Yeah, you could see me. I just couldn't see myself. And yeah, you saw my split screen because I left half of StreamYard up on one monitor and half on the other. Now, how you do that, I don't know. But, you know, I'm a work in progress. And which reminds me, little side note, I saw a guy doing a commencement service for Hamilton City Schools. I watched it online. And he said, he's the same age as me. He graduated from Hamilton. And he said, "You're never too old to learn." He goes, "I'm 69, I'm still learning." And I thought, boy, isn't that the truth? I learn more every day. You hear an echo? I don't know if I can get rid of that. You know, when you put your phone on mute, it doesn't always mute. So I'm going to flip it for a minute. So you guys are going to see my other monitor and all that kind of stuff. But let me see what it says. iPhone microphone is muted. Whatever. Oh, well. I am live on, I am live at the Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes. That's what the messages were about. That is my Facebook page, the business page. And I have to show it there because Facebook will not let me use StreamYard with a group because it's called third party. And so now I have to do my videos over here, which is basically the same thing. It's just now, you know, as far as what you guys have been seeing before. Yeah, you can go on StreamYard and watch. You can go to YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel, Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes there, and you can see the exact same thing. The only thing there is I don't get to see any comments. But that's what Facebook did to us, and it's a crazy thing, but we have to take it for what it is, you know, until they either say, well, this was crazy, we're losing a lot of people, or StreamYard might have lost a lot of people. Good morning, Maria. It's good to see Vicky and Gail and everybody. Rose, Joan, Diane. Diane, you're up early again. Must be working. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get back to my cards. You know, the new catalog's out. Today is free shipping day for any orders. If you're in the United States, over $75 qualifies for free shipping. I will be giving a free gift away to anybody that orders using my host code over $75 away also. I mean, not away. I'll give one to everybody that orders. But that's today only. You have to start the order today. You can't already have had it in your cart and think you can hit send. It will not take the shipping off. You have to start the order in the cart today, and you have to end the order in the cart today. So I just want to clear that up for everybody. I know a lot of people in the demonstrator world have been asking about that. So that's basically it. Here is the card I'm going to do. I'm going to pull my phone down because we are not going to be using anything. I'm going to scoot my computer back too. I'm going to pull my camera down. There we go. And I'm going to pull that up. As soon as I can get my mouse to go over to this little. There we go. I'm going to move that camera over here a little. Oh, I don't want all that shadow. There, that light. There we go. Okay, then I knock everything out of loop. Okay, this is a Scrappy Strip card, as you can see, but it's done with, and I called it Scenic DSP for the fact that you can do it with any scene paper, the Meandering Meadows, the One Horse Open Sleigh that we used to have, if you still got that. This Duck Pond will work at the Lily Pad Lake Suite. Charming Duck Pond, that will work. So there's a lot of them you can use and just build your scene back up through scripts. It kind of looks like a blind to me because it's cut so small, which can be a pain, but I really liked it. I did nothing fancy. I just added a piece of what this DSP looked like as a whole before I cut it up, and that is there. So I'm just mainly going to have the measurements for you, show you exactly how I did it to make it easier. Here is the PDF. It'll go up at 10:30 with everything that I used and how I did it. So that will be up on the Stamp Crazy VIP in the files where all of them always are. Sorry you have to flip back and forth. If you haven't seen this paper, and I'm sure if you've been out on any YouTube's, Pinterest, anything, you have seen it. But I'm just going to flip and show you some of the scenes because it is so pretty. I'm going to flip through fast that way. Then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to flip this way because this is the back sides of all of it, which is just as pretty. You can use them for a lot of different things. Wouldn't this one be good for like sailboats in the water is what I see, and making a like a beach scene or ocean scene. I really like that one. And but anyway, these are both sides of this paper. It is very well worth getting, let me tell you. And it goes with a lot of colors. Now we're going to be using a different scene than what we used today. And we're going to be doing something just a hair different. Because I think I'm going to decorate an envelope, which I never do. So I had to go get my envelope because I forgot. Okay, here's basically what you need. Try not to lose my little strips. Not a good idea. Of course, we're going to have our regular card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and folded, burnished at the fold, make it lay nice and flat. And that's a good one. It laid flat on both sides. This is a piece of 5 1/4 by 4, and I took the, what's it called? I just had it in my mind. It's written down here. Why do I have to say that? The exposed brick. And because I wanted some dimension on my white piece back here. And I just wanted, and we don't have anything real subtle anymore. So this is probably going to be my go-to cardstock. So I'm just going to lay that to the side for a minute. Here is my piece of background cardstock that I will put the strips on. It's measured 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. This is going to be my back side. I just and because it measures 3 3/4 by 3 1/2, I marked where my top was because it looks so similar in size to me. I didn't want to get confused putting the strips on. The piece of DSP is 3 5/8 by 3 1/4, and that will cut 11 to 12 strips out. And I put 11 strips on mine. So here's 11. The original one I saw made with this, she did 14, which came down further. And I'll exactly tell you why I got to 11, because I made a mistake at the bottom because I did what she had said, and I really didn't like it because I didn't like how I met in the middle. So I cut some of it off. And I kind of liked it, so that's what it is. Here's my scrap of what I'm going to be using. I'll use the back side because I don't want flowers sideways on my envelope. And then this is my scrap for my saying, which is I used did I say that is 1 inch by 2 1/4 inch, I think 3/4 inch by 2 1/4, and did my sentiment on that. So that's just my scrap for later. So what I did with these, because if I cut them last night and I didn't want to get all messed up, I numbered mine. So they say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and that way I know to put them in order. So I'm going to turn that over because here's my number 1. And so I'll know to use number 1, and I'm going to be starting at the top and making that my precedent of what all the other stuff I do. Let me make sure that this is working. It kind of gets, yeah, it gets clogged. They said it wouldn't clog, but if you don't cap it, it clogs. Now you want to know what? I gotta make sure I have this in the right. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this one up here and kind of get it now. The video I watched on doing this one, She said put one here, one at the bottom. I don't suggest that because you might not meet up in the middle the same. I'm going to work my way down and say if I don't have enough room and have to cut a little bit off of the petunia pop, that's okay. I would rather do that than not have it look really off kilter in the center of the card. Then what I do is I kind of look at more of the lining up the design as trying to get my sides. If I line that design up, my sides should come even. And if you can see, as I pick them up, I leave them stacked, pick them up. And then just try to get, I hope my head's not in the way. And then just try to get them evenly spaced. Now, I will say that sometimes these aren't the exact same. They're a 1/4 inch is what you cut them. And sometimes you don't get quite at that 1/4 inch. You might get a hair over. Or I needed to turn this one over. I had it the wrong way. So you have to watch that too. Make sure that you get all of your design going the same way. And if I would have wrote my number all on the same side of the back, I would have probably been better off, but I wasn't paying attention to that last night. So as you can see, we're basically halfway through this. Now the first one I didn't number. I just laid them out in order. And if you get confused, it's really easy to put it back together. It's like working a little puzzle. But I didn't want to have to work that puzzle while I was doing that with you guys. I thought they don't want to see me have to struggle. Which I struggle in it. And I figured I have 11 on the card I made. And I figure if I cut 12 just in case, but I can always use that on the inside of my card too. So it won't be a wasted piece of DSP. This stuff's really too pretty to waste. And these would make great cards for like any occasion, I think. Okay, don't drop it on my card. Help. Y'all ever do that? Like, oh, I'm going to make a mess. Now, see all my globby mess right there? I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper out of my garbage can and I'm going to wipe some of that off. Because I don't want it squishing out my card if I can help it. There we go. No mistakes in stamping. Always an embellishment opportunity. That's my saying. It does take a lot of patience, but I find this relaxing. I don't think we could have gotten it much more perfect than that. So there is this done in a nutshell. Good morning. Tried to order this paper with my free shipping order today, and it's not available. Daggone. Well, Carmen, thanks for letting me know, because I really wanted to order some more of it myself because I've used a lot of it. So anyway, here is our Scrappy Strip card with our Scenic paper. And I call it Scenic because I didn't want to have it thought of to only use one type of paper, because we've brought out so many of these that you can use. So you know, we just want to be able to use it all. So I'm gonna assemble my card real quick, and I'll do my envelope. So I didn't do anything fancy here. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to my bricks either. Have no idea. I don't think it really matters if we're covering it up. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm just going to adhere it with glue, and I'm going to be generous because of all of the dimension in the embossing folder. I want it to be able to stick. So, and I say generous, but it's small. It's not real goopy. Not goopy. So we'll just put this on here, and I'm going to turn that over, and I'm going to rub it really good because of the embossing folder. And then I'm taking a piece of the Petunia Pop ribbon, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut and I think it looks good about right there. That looks good. So I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to bring in the Scotch tape instead of using my tape runner. And the reason being that is there again for the embossing folder. And just burnish that tape down. And I'm going to take, I got this stamp out of the Thoughtful Expressions. It says, enjoy your day. I wanted something really generic that you could put anything on the inside. So that was my stamp of choice this time. And I'm using Mossy Meadow, which is one of the colors in my card. And the reason why I picked this paper is I noticed all of this greenery up the side, and I really thought that looked pretty. I hadn't noticed it before. I don't know why I can't stay in focus here. But I really like that greenery as a focal point for my card. And that's another thing, when you're cutting out your piece of DSP, kind of move it around on your paper trimmer, because you're going to cut it 3 5/8 by 3 1/4 to get your best look that you like. So don't just cut from the edge. It might not turn out like what you want. Enjoy your day. Hi, Ramona. And then all I'm going to do is take and cut my little angles, because I like doing that. And I could cut that down if I wanted to make a smaller piece, but I want it to fit over my ribbon, with my ribbon being centered behind it, so I don't want it the same size. And I'm going to take dimensionals on this, and it's going to look like I'm using a lot, but there's a reason. I'm going to put one all the way at the top, because I want it to hit the card and not just the ribbon. So I'm doing this in several places. And I'm taking the flat edge of that and putting it all the way up to the top, just enough that it won't be seen. And then that way it will get onto the cardstock as well as the ribbon. And that ribbon's flat enough. You can do that. Some of the bulkier ribbons, it's noticeable if you... So if I just push down on my little, then it's pretty secure on there. And then all I'm going to do, and you can do two things. I glued this one flat, or you could take and put, and we'll do this one, and I'll show you the two ways. Because this is what I intentionally meant to do, and just got carried away and used glue and glued it down. I was going to pop up this, since it's tone on tone, but because it's got embossing done on it, I want to make sure that it doesn't droop. So I've got a lot of dimensionals. Dimensionals are my friend. I used to not think so. I used to try to be really frugal with them, and I thought, you know, it really does help your card stand up. You know, if you divide the 300 by the price of them, it's just pennies. And if you divide it in price like that, it's the cheapest thing in our catalog. Make sure my card opens the right way. And then, I got to turn mine sideways because that's how I rock and roll. Need to move it over just a hair. That's why you don't want to smash down on these until you're, well, and that's just for my card. It wasn't supposed to do that. Well, dang. It don't want to come off. Don't you love it when I make mistakes? I just had to talk about that, how you have to be so real with yourself in these videos and show your mistakes and everything that you do. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on this one. We're not going to waste it. I'm going to get another piece of cardstock though, and I'll cut that up into mats to use on another card. Easy, easy. Easy peasy. Thought I had two pieces of cardstock, but I didn't. Should have known I'd do something like that today, only because I had such a slow start to today, and then I was like, okay, now, there we go. That is down, and I am going to bring in the dragonflies and the birds. I put dragonflies on this one. I think I'm going to use the birds on this one. Just because, to give it a little. We have little birds flying around our... let's get over here. So there we have our little birds. Yeah, you could. I never thought about that, Maria. Put glue on your dimensionals and gives you some wiggle room. Okay, I am going to take just my little piece of DSP. Which is my 12th piece that I cut, because That's basically what this one cut was, 12 pieces. If you cut it the dimension I say, you get 12 pieces out of it. And now I'm going to do my envelope. And I'm just going to use, because I don't want to use the flowers going sideways. And this is the piece left over, so it you know, is just perfect for the envelope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put glue almost to the fold and bring it all the way down. There we go. This is something I never do that I should do, and that is decorate my envelopes. And I know most people do, or a lot of people. So let's get some bigger scissors here. So whoever wins my card today is going to get a decorated envelope. That's something different. So there's my card with my envelope. And I think that looks really good. You like decorating envelopes, Debbie? I do too. I just don't think about it. Then I also think well, this is going to show my little frugal part of my DSPs I don't like to waste. So I think, why am I wasting that on that envelope? But it looks really, really pretty. So that's my card for today. So remember that if you want to be in for the drawing for the card, you need to make sure that you comment in the comment section, because I will be able to see all those after my video is done. I would love for you guys to share the video if you can. I will be putting this onto the Stamp Crazy VIP page in case anybody missed it. It's going to be in both Facebook page and my Facebook group, so anybody can get to either one of them, as well as my YouTube channel. So anyway, I'd love for you guys to share it for me. That would, I need to let people know where I am again, and how I'm doing this, and I'm hopefully it's all working out. I'm trying to read some of my comments as I go. Brenda's with me. She doesn't think about decorating envelopes, but it sure does look nice. I agree, Brenda. I totally agree. And I'm going to, maybe if I'd set some envelopes out on my desk to where I would see the envelopes before I get done with my card, that might help, maybe. But anyway, here's just two different pieces of paper in that particular set, because I wanted to show you that set, even though it's like you can do either one. And I don't know if you can see the difference in the dimensions, as far as you can if you put it sideways, your cards. This one's more flat, doesn't have as much dimension as this one, but even with the dimension, it should be fine going into the envelope and shutting. It works fine. So, still within the perimeters of mailing. So, whoops, that's all I have for you girls. I will be picking my winner and get my card out today to you all. And I don't have really a whole lot else going on, not right now anyway. I already have my idea for my next video, which is going to be using this kind of paper again. But I'm going to get this paper out of my system so I can move on, I think. Don't forget, it is free shipping day. It's the best day of the year to take advantage if you have stuff to order. We know how costly shipping can be. I had the question asked to me yesterday, is there a limit on how much you can order? I'm like, no, I don't think there is. I think you can order all you want to order as long as it's $75. That's your qualification to get your free shipping. So, and that's basically order a bundle and a couple packs of cardstock and you're there. So anyway, you all have a great day. I'm going to get off of here. It's only 20 to a 40-minute video. We did great, and I'm not keeping you guys all morning. I really like that. So maybe one of these days I'm going to get to where I'm going to do another video or something like that's what I'd like to do. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I will see you soon. And this isn't letting me end my video. So anyway, I'll be here for a minute. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.